Hello, good morning, or is it good afternoon to you guys out there? This is Patrick Ocheni, your trusted fitness expert and advisor. In today's video, I'm going to be answering one of your questions that was sent in by someone by the name of Marissa. All right, so Marissa, I want to give you a shout out and say thank you for sending in this question. All right, so what is today's question? Very simply, Marissa wants to know, is there a diet plan that really works out there? All right, I'm going to repeat that one more time. Is there a diet plan that really works out there? Man, Marissa, if I were to read in between the lines, I can tell that you are super duper frustrated. You probably tried all kinds of diet plans out there and didn't have much luck. But guess what? I want you to know, Marissa, that you are not alone, okay? You are not alone. I cannot tell you, Marissa, how many different type of diet programs that I have tried myself, okay? Let me let you know. Well, guess what? Going back to when I was 13 years old, that was the very first time I tried to lose weight, okay? I was in 9th grade in high school. I was 13 years old, and I'm now 41 years old. So I have been on this journey for over 28 years, all right? So I can definitely relate and empathize with your level of frustration, okay? So the first thing I want to let you know, Marissa, before I answer your question is this. And for those of you that are watching also, I want you to know that if you are struggling to achieve your goal, your fitness goal, if you're trying to lose weight and you've been trying for such a long time and you feel like you're not making any kind of traction, you feel like you are swimming in quicksand, well, guess what? I want you to know that it is not your fault, okay? That's the first thing I want you to know, that it is not your fault. And why do I say that? Very simply, I say that because, again, I have been through this for, about 28 years now on this journey, on this fitness weight loss journey. I've been a personal trainer for over 15 years, okay? And I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I do not have all the answers, okay? But what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to share with you guys 3 questions that has helped me over the past 28 years navigate this whole weight loss fitness journey, okay? So now, but why do I say it is not your fault? It is not your fault very simply because guess what? There is so much information out there. I mean, if you go on Google right now and you type in diet plans, you're going to get 1,000 different diet plans for you to try out. And every single one of them is claiming that they are the one that you should be going on, that you should be joining, that they are the answer to your weight loss a situation, okay? So there is so much information out there, so it's not your fault. Plus, combined with misinformation. All right, so when you get a lot of information and you combine it with misinformation, what you get at the end of the day is chaos and confusion. All right, chaos and confusion. So Marissa, and for the other viewers out there watching me right now, the first thing I want you to know is, again, if you've been struggling to lose weight, to achieve your goal, you've been doing it for a long time, once again, remember, it is not your fault. So repeat after me, wherever you are right now watching this, listening or watching this presentation, it is not your fault, all right? Fantastic. Now, with that being said, before I move on and answer this question, is there a diet plan that really works out there, all right? What I want to remind you guys is that if you too have questions, pertaining to getting in shape, losing weight, okay, you too can send me your questions by either typing them in the comment section below or sending me a direct message via either Facebook or YouTube, depending on where you are watching this presentation from, okay? And then also remember, if you want more tips that can help you get in shape, lose weight, achieve your fitness goal quickly, safely, effectively, and do so naturally, you can always visit my website at www bodybypatrick.com. Okay, again, that's www.bodybypatrick.com. On there, you're gonna find a free resource guide with all my weight loss secrets and tips that I have compiled over the years that you can download for free and use at will. Okay, but again, I have to let you know that that page will only be on for a limited time. So do not procrastinate, because once it goes down, that will be it. All right. So now, with all that being said, okay, what I want to do is share with you guys how I go about navigating this maze of trying to figure out which diet plan is the most suitable one for myself and the one that I personally use. Okay. Now, here's the deal. The first tip, though, that I want to share with you, Marissa, is that you don't want to be thinking of this as a diet, okay? The first thing is you want to be thinking of it as a lifestyle, okay? As a lifestyle, because guess what? Once again, a diet is something that is temporary, okay? You do it for a period of time. It works for a period of time. But guess what? After that, when you go back to your old ways, what happens? You more than likely gain back all the weight and some more. So the first tip I have for you, Marissa, is this. I want you to consider thinking about this as what kind of lifestyle plan, diet plan, all right, can I create for myself? Can I adopt, that you can sustain for the long haul? All right, because remember, it is not about just now, it's about for the rest of your life. All right. Now, with that being said, what I'm going to do is share with you three questions that I always ask myself when trying to figure out if this diet plan is going to work for me or not. All right. And the first question is very simple. All right. And the first question is, can I stick to it? Okay. Can I stick to it? Okay, that is the number one question you should be asking yourself about any kind of diet plan. I don't care if it's keto. I don't care if it's being a vegetarian. I don't care if it's being the Mediterranean diet. Whatever diet plan it is, the first question is, can I stick to it? Because guess what? All diet plans work if you can stick to it, okay? Now, when I talk about sticking to it, again, remember, we're not talking about just the short term. We are talking about the rest of your life. Not just 30 days, not just 90 days. We're talking about the rest of your life. So that's the first question. Can I stick to it? Now, when it comes to figuring out if you can stick to it, here are some tips for you, all right? Some questions that you should be asking yourself under that category of can I stick to it, all right? And that is, for example, how expensive is it, all right? If you are somebody on a budget, let's say you're used to spending, $300 a month on grocery, on the way you eat right now, and you decide you want to lose weight, and somebody came up to you and say, hey, Marissa, try this new diet program, but guess what? You discover that it's going to be costing you double the amount, to be able to eat that way. Well, guess what? It's going to be a problem, okay? If you have to go from $300 a budget to $600 on this new diet plan, the likelihood is that you are not going to stick to it for a very long time. So that's the first thing you've got to think about. It is, is it financially feasible for me? All right. Now, another thing you got to think about is, well, guess what? Well, how does this adapt to my life, okay? Because here's the thing. The biggest mistake that a lot of people make is they try to fit their lifestyle into a diet, okay? They try to fit their lifestyle into a diet. And typically what happens is they end up getting super, super frustrated, all right? It's kind of like trying to fit a circle into a square or a square into a circle. Now, over time, can you bang your way through it? Sure, but guess what? That is like going uphill. That's like trying to work your way uphill. It is going to be a struggle. You might get there eventually, but guys, it's all about working smart, not hard. You've got to be strategic. What about trying to fit a circle into a circle and a square into a square? That sounds more simple, right? Absolutely. Same thing when it comes to choosing a diet plan. You've got to choose a plan that can fit your lifestyle as opposed to trying to take your lifestyle and fit to it. Okay, so those are just two of the things you gotta be asking yourself when you're trying to figure out if you can stick to this diet plan for the long haul. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If this is making sense to you guys, type in the comment section below. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Okay, now, here's another analogy I can share with you as to how I think about this, okay? It's almost like owning a car. Let's say for the longest time you've been driving a Toyota Prius, okay? Because you travel long distances all the time to work, for example. So you bought a Toyota Prius, all right, and then you've been putting a regular gas into the Toyota Prius, okay, this whole time. And then, it hasn't been an issue to maintain this Toyota Prius, okay? Now, after a while, you're like, I want a different car. And then a friend of yours comes to you and say, hey, you know what, Marissa, I want you to try this Ferrari. Ferrari is the new thing. Why deal with the Toyota Prius? Ferrari is the way to go. All right. And you're like, oh, really? Awesome. And then you get the Ferrari, and guess what happens? All of a sudden, you've gone from putting regular gas into your car to putting premium gas into your car. All of a sudden, maintaining that Ferrari, the budget is like way off the chart. Guess what's going to happen? After a while, owning that Ferrari is going to be very, very stressful, because guess what? You are going to go broke driving that Ferrari, because it's what? Out of your budget. Same thing when it comes to choosing a diet plan. You've got to choose a diet plan that fits into your lifestyle, that does not stress you out, and that you can stick to over the long haul. Make sense, guys? Fantastic. Hey, remember, guys, listen. If you're enjoying this video presentation, I have many, many more tips just like this that you can download for free on my website by going to www.bodybypatrick.com. All right, go there, type in that website, and you'll be able to download my free resource guide of over 99 weight loss tips and secrets that I have put together over the years that you can get for free. All right, again, by going to www.bodybypatrick.com. Okay, now moving on. The second question I always ask myself when trying to figure out if a diet program is going to work is this. Well, is it giving me results? Is it giving me the kind of result that I am looking for? Very, very important. If, for example, I decide to become a vegetarian, which I have in the past, okay, but it's not yielding the kind of result that I'm looking for, well, guess what? That is not the plan for me, because if I'm not yielding result, more than likely, I'm going to get frustrated. When I get frustrated, guess what? I'll get discouraged. If I get discouraged, guess what? I'm going to quit. And when I quit, I'm back to square one, and the cycle continues over and over and over again. And that's how people get really, really frustrated, all right? Or really, really discouraged and give up eventually. But that is not what I want for you, Marissa. And that is not what I want for any single one of you watching me right now or listening to me right now. I do not want you to give up on yourself. And remember, Patrick will never, ever, ever give up on you. You understand? Okay, so the second question you've got to ask yourself is this program yielding the result that I want? If yes, stick with it. If no, well, abandon it and try something else, regardless of what your friends or coworkers or anybody else is trying to tell you. Make sense? Because this is all about you. It's all about you and your journey, not about anybody else. Sorry, I'm like super passionate about this. All right. See, guys, you have to understand. Again, I have been through this for about 28 years now. I've tried all kinds of programs out there. I know all the ups and downs of what it feels like to lose weight, to gain weight, to lose weight, to gain weight, okay? So, and that is what separates me from a lot of trainers out there, because I can truly and sincerely relate to the struggle that my clients endure every single day. So these tips I'm sharing with you comes not just from theory, but also from practical, real life experience. Make sense? Good. Now, the third and final question that I always like to ask myself before I adopt a new diet program is, guess what? Is it negatively affecting my health? Okay, is it negatively affecting my health? Because guess what, guys? At the end of the day, it comes down to your health. okay? At the end of the day, it comes down to your health. I'm going to say this one more time. At the end of the day, it comes down to your health. What is the point of being quote unquote skinny if your health is down the tubes? It does not make sense, okay? It does not make sense. So those are the three major questions that I like to ask myself before I decide if I'm going to adopt a new diet program, okay? And keep in mind, guys, you might have to go through different iterations of different diet programs to finally figure out which one works for you. For me, for example, for me personally, I've been a vegan at one point. I've tried different kind of diet programs before I finally came to realize that intermittent fasting is the best and most suitable type of eating plan for me, okay? But I had to go through a lot. It's been 28 years. You see what I'm saying? You might have to go through a different kind of programs to finally figure out which one is most suitable for you, okay? But these three questions, the first one is, can I stick to it? Second one is it getting me result? And thirdly, how is it affecting my health? Are questions you can ask yourself to guide you along in that process, okay? So, with all that being said, remember, by the way, guys, don't worry if you're like, man, Patrick, it's a lot of information. I wish I could get more tips that I could just read on my own time. Well, guess what? Again, you can go to www.bodybypatrick.com and download my free resource guide that I have put together for you based on my 28 years of experience, on my personal weight loss journey and over 15 years of experience as a personal trainer, okay? You can go to www.bodybypatrick.com and download that free resource guide. Now, with that being said, I have to be fully transparent. That page is only going to be on for a short amount of time. So you have to hurry. If you get there and the page is down, well, that's it. You are too late. So you do not want to miss out on this opportunity to download that free resource guide that contains all my diet secrets and weight loss tips on how to achieve your goal, okay? Now, with that being said, guys, let's put a scenario into these three questions. Let's say, for example, somebody told you, the Twinkie diet is the way to go. And you're like, man, is that really going to work? Well, let's put it through the test. The first question is, can I stick to it? All right. Let's say yes. Let's say you really love Twinkies. And you're like, yeah, I can eat Twinkie for the rest of my life. Okay. So you're like, check on the first question. Can I stick to it? Okay. Now, the second question is it going to yield me result? Well, let's say you eat Twinkie all day long, every single day, and you're able to somehow control how much of it you eat, and you are achieving results. So that's another check right there, okay? And then the third and final question is, well, guess what? How is it negatively affecting my health? Well, guess what? I am not a doctor, but something tells me if you eat Twinkies every single day, that cannot be good for your heart health. So the answer to that question would be no. So personally, I would not recommend you getting on a Twinkie diet, all right? Does that make sense? So that's how you go through the process of analyzing any kind of diet program that you are trying to get on, Marissa. Does that make sense? I hope so. I really do want this to be resonating with you guys, all right? Because again, there's so much information out there combined with misinformation that's causing a lot of frustration and causing people not to achieve their goal. And this is a great way to filter out all that information, that maze of information overload. You understand? So, guys, listen. That is everything I have for you guys today. So, to answer your question, Marissa, is there a diet plan that really works out there? The answer is absolutely yes. You just have to figure out how to customize the ones out there that fits best into your lifestyle and that you can stick to for the rest of your life, okay? If you need help with this, again, you can go to my website, www.bodybypatrick.com, and download my free resource guide that I've put together containing many more tips that will help you achieve your weight loss goal. Plus, you can reach out to me directly via either Facebook or YouTube, or by sending me an email at bodybypatrick@gmail.com, okay? All right, awesome, guys. I want to thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate it. I hope everything that I share with you today added some value to your life, because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, This is why I come to you guys as often as I can with all this information to add value to your life. Otherwise, it is totally pointless to me, okay? That's why I do this, because I really do truly want to help somebody feel better about themselves, okay? At the end of the day, that's what it all boils down to. You want to feel good, feel better about yourself. And I hope that this information puts you on the path to being able to get to that kind of goal. All right. So again, if you have any kind of questions, please feel free to type them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, all right, or you know somebody that's struggling to achieve their weight loss goal and they're trying to figure out, is there a diet that really works out there? Do them a favor. Click on the share button and share this video with that person, with that friend, with that sister, with that brother, with that dad, with that mom, with that coworker. Anybody in your life that you think could benefit us from this information. Because guess what? I wish somebody shared this kind of information with me for the past 28 years. Okay, that will save me a lot of stress and a lot of frustration. You know what I mean? And then also, if you're watching from Facebook, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and like my page. That way, the next time I go live, you will be notified automatically. Or if you're watching from YouTube, go ahead, hit on that subscribe button, and remember to hit the notification bell. That way, when I go live in the future, you will be automatically notified, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, you can download my free resource guide on my most top secret weight loss tips by going to www.bodybypatrick.com today, all right? Thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. It's always a privilege to come in front of you and share this information. I do not take it for granted, all right? Once again, my name is Patrick Ochenny, your trusted fitness expert and advisor. Till the next time we see you again, have yourself a super duper great day, and I'll talk to you soon.